Have you ever felt that something important was happening without anyone saying it out loud? What if a single sentence, whispered at the right moment, could reopen a chapter everyone thought was closed? And what if the silence that followed was louder than any public statement? Right now, something is shifting behind the scenes. And if you blink, you might miss why it matters. Because in the world of fame, the biggest stories rarely begin with headlines. They begin quietly. And this one has everyone watching closely. Welcome back to Magazine News and Gossip, the place where unspoken moments become impossible to ignore. And today, we're stepping into a story that's moving in shadows, but echoing loudly through the celebrity world. At first glance, it looked simple. A brief romance, a sudden ending, and then nothing. But nothing is never really nothing. In recent days, Yammen has been at the center of subtle movements that insiders say are anything but accidental. What started as a calm phase in his life slowly turned into something far more complicated. And it all began with a name that surfaced quietly: Sara. Those close to John described that relationship as a moment of healing. A pause. A breath after emotional exhaustion. But according to the same sources, it never reached the depth many expected. Something was missing. And that absence began to weigh on him more than the relationship itself. A friend's words changed everything. Not publicly, not officially, but enough to send shockwaves through gossip circles. The question Yammen is reportedly asking himself is simple, yet dangerous. Who truly left a mark on my life? That single thought has a way of pulling the past back into the present. And at the very top of that past stands Demet. For Demet, this moment arrives quietly. Almost too quietly.
She's far from the spotlight now.
Physically distant. Emotionally guarded. Her years in Dubai, her calm social media presence, the controlled tone of her messages all suggest balance. Closure. A new life. But backstage conversations tell a different story. Someone close to Demet reveals a sentence that refuses to fade. She believed the past chapter was completely closed, but some feelings never truly leave. And this is where everything shifts, because what's being discussed behind closed doors isn't just a greeting. It isn't casual. It isn't random. Yammen's recent approach toward Demet carries a different tone. Not nostalgia for the public. Not drama for attention, but something closer to unfinished sentences, unspoken questions, a sense of we still have things to say. At one point, Demet reached out to someone she trusts deeply. The idea was simple: a coffee, a conversation, a moment to remember old times. But she didn't respond quickly. And in the world of celebrity whispers, silence often speaks louder than rejection. Because when someone says nothing, it usually means everything is being considered. Why does this past feel so powerful? Because the story between John and Demet never had a clean beginning or a clear ending. Their on-screen harmony, the bond formed away from the cameras. And then the sudden separation. It was a story interrupted, not concluded. Even after all these years, that connection hasn't completely disappeared. It's been dormant, waiting. An industry professional puts it bluntly. If their story had unfolded fully back then, it would have taken a completely different direction. And that brings us to the question everyone is holding their breath over. Is this gesture from Yammen romantic? Or is it a risky attempt to reopen a past that was buried for a reason? Those close to Demet say she's more cautious now, more emotionally selective. And the question she keeps asking herself isn't about him. It's about herself. Is this nostalgia? Or is it a moment of loneliness disguised as memory? The entertainment world is watching closely, because in the coming days, anything could shift the balance. A deeply emotional interview from John. a carefully worded post from Demet that says more than it shows, or an unexpected encounter that no one sees coming. And remember this, the most shocking detail hasn't surfaced yet, because when stories like this resurface, they don't return quietly. They return with consequences. Thank you for watching. Every single one of you matters here at Magazine News and Gossip. Your support is what keeps these stories alive. If this video made you think, feel, or question what you thought you knew, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay with us. Because sometimes the real story begins right after the silence.